Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we are going to discuss another quick topic about the Noble Eightfold Path, which is Samma Sati or right mindfulness. So let's see what right mindfulness is. You know, being a Buddhist, we know that we're always talking about the fact that we are on a mission. What mission? We are going to attain Nibbana. Now we have understood the fact that if you attach to anything, it gives you three types of suffering: dukkha dukkha, viparinama dukkha, and sankhara dukkha. It's like if you bought a brand new car and you park that right in front of your house, so you have a feeling like somebody may scratch it, something may happen to that car. That sort of feeling. It has not happened yet, but you are worrying about it may happen. So if you fall in love with a girl, so you may feel like somebody, some other boys may look at her, or then they may try to get her attention, or things like that. If she goes somewhere alone and if she texts somebody and if she's on a call, then if you see that, so you feel like, who's she calling to, that sort of stuff. That you are always worrying because you are attached to that. The second thing is that car damaged. Somebody scratched your car, so because of that damage took place, you are suffering. Let's say that girlfriend, she had another affair. Now you got to know that fact, so damage happened, so now you are suffering. So the third one is you have to work on that to fix it. So now you, let's say the car doesn't start, and for whatever the reason, so now you have to tow that car to the mechanic, or you have to work probably some extra time to earn some money to fix that car if it's a very expensive car, sorry. uh, so because of that, because of things like those reasons, you have to work on that to fix it. So all of these three types of suffering you are having as soon as you attach to something. So we have discussed, like in our normal life, we have been attached into millions of things. So see how much of suffering we are going through daily because of our ignorance. So that's why people get this depression or stress, so because too much they are attached to, so everything is giving them that sort of uncomfortable feeling. Now because of our ignorance, we think that these loved ones giving us pleasure, but that's what Buddha was talking, is only loved ones giving you suffering, not the pleasure. Because of that, our ignorance, we think loved ones gives us pleasure. So when you thoroughly understand that fact, so you, as soon as you feel like attaching to something, as soon as feel like, that's a good car, this is beautiful, I love that smell, I want to buy that mattress because it's been very comfortable when I was sleeping last yesterday in my friend's house. When you attach those six senses, that coming from the things coming from outside to satisfy your six senses, then suddenly you should start thinking that sort of the what happens to you if you attach to things. So that's what is called the right mindfulness. So you have to be very vigilant about your day-to-day activities, the day-to-day speeches, your thinking patterns. So just think about that. Think about, just be very vigilant whether your all these activities leading you to eradicate raga, desha, moho, or desire, aversion, delusion, or to develop your raga, dvesha, moha in you. If that is developing your raga, dvesha, moha, you have to act very quickly to cut that off. So then what you have to, if you feel like, oh, that's a really beautiful car, then what you're going to think, hang on, you talk to yourself. So if it is really beautiful car, you know you are attached to that, as we have spoken, probably you may have a Toyota Camry, but that's a BMW. So then your Toyota Camry does the thing you need to lead your daily life. It's good to for you to go to work, or drop your kids to school, drop them to for swimming, or go for a party. Why do you need a car is to reliably go to point A to point B, and that requirement is satisfied, you're fulfilled by your Toyota Camry. But why do you need a BMW, Audi A7, or things like that? So then you have to think about this attachment and suffering thing. So that should, if you are practicing this daily, as soon as you feel like attaching, that should automatically come to your mind. you know that is called right mindfulness, or Samma Sati. You have to be very vigilant that whatever you do, whatever you think, whatever you speak, before you do that, just before you implement that activity, so you should be thinking, hang on, is this leading me to eradicate raga dvesha moha, or is this leading me to develop raga dvesha moha in me? So if you have that proper understanding, it is very easy for you to lead your life and do other stuffs in your life. Your responsibilities have to be fulfilled, but always keep that attachment and ignorance and that sort of mentality, that sort of understanding with you all the time. It's like as we've spoken before, like a soldier. If the soldier is at the front field, so he has to be very vigilant about his enemies. If, let's say, he's been having his lunch break or something, but even though he's having his lunch, he can't forget all everything about in that battlefield, and he can't be thinking about his girlfriend. So he has to, even though he is having his lunch, or he's in toilet, or he's having a shower, whatever it is, so he has to be very vigilant about his enemies. So in our day-to-day life, our enemies are this raga, dvesha, moha, desire, aversion, and delusion. So doesn't matter what you are doing, probably you are in the showers, or having your lunch, watching telly, driving, or at work. So it doesn't matter where you are, what you are doing, just always keep in mind this right mindfulness. Ignorance should be taken out of your understanding of your day-to-day things. So it has to be properly understood what ignorance is, what are the causes if you have a high ignorance. So what attachment is, what's the what's the problem with your attachment, what sort of sufferings is going to give you. So that sort of thinking all the time, you have to keep that in your mind. So then only, so your actions, your thinking, your speeches gonna help you to go along this path to attaining nibbana, our ultimate goal. Hope you understand that. So I'll come up with another clip very soon, and so bye for now. There one Sarnai.